last week at the Combine, it seemed like there was this just assumption that the Chiefs were going to tag Orlando Brown again, and I don't know. It just doesn't happen a lot where you tag a guy twice in 2 years. So how do you see this playing out, and were you surprised that they didn't tag him?
I actually was. I was very surprised that the Chiefs didn't tag Orlando Brown. I mean, at anything, it gives you the ability to exclusively negotiate with them until July. Like, if that's a player that you want to keep on your team, you put the tag on him now and then you keep working back and forth. I mean, it still gives you the ability to trade him. And we see trades happen where a guy gets franchise tagged and then right before the draft, you end up trading him. That happened with Frank Clark whenever he joined Kansas City. That happened with Dee Ford. He got franchise tagged. The Chiefs eventually traded him to San Francisco. I'm sure there's some other examples of it, but I was surprised that the Chiefs were, willing to let their left tackle just venture out into free agency. I mean, he's a 25, going to turn 26-year-old left tackle who has been relatively healthy and productive. Like, that guy gets a substantial contract. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if the Bears, who have the most salary cap space in the NFL, especially knowing their history with Kansas City with their general manager, I wouldn't be shocked if Orlando Brown is off the board to the Bears very early on. To me, the best hope scenario for the Bears is that they can be the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, all right, we're not going to have the traditional great pocket passer quarterback, but how do we build our team? Well, let's strengthen the offensive line. Let's go get DeAndre Hopkins. Let's do some other things, and let's try to build the core around Justin Fields heading into next year. And, I mean, I think we all agree they're going to trade the number 1 overall pick and get more assets for down the road. So Orlando Brown Jr. makes a lot of sense to me for Chicago. But to your original question, I am surprised that they didn't franchise tag him, because you're happy with just taking a compensatory third-round pick for a guy that all 4 of us think is going to get $100 million here coming up next week?
Yeah, but, okay, I hear what you're saying, Carrington, and the Bears are going to have to overpay to get him, and maybe whatever, they can do that. They certainly can do that, and maybe they will do that, considering their need to make things easier for Justin Fields. But it doesn't seem like the Chiefs are fully out here. Like, they want to work out some level of deal, or do you think that that's just who's ever writing that is just wrong, that they're actually not going to be aggressive in any negotiation with Brown?
Oh, I mean, I think the time for Orlando Brown Jr. is over. I mean, all of us have had contract negotiations at some point in our life where if you've been talking to your company to try to get a deal done and they've been dragging their feet, the moment they start letting you talk to ESPN and FS1 and these other companies, you're gone at that point. Hey, I wanted to come back. I wanted to stay with you guys, but you've let me now go down this path. I mean, whatever contract that he's going to get offered, the Chiefs have had 2 years to offer that deal to him. Why have they never offered it to him? Like, why did it take all of this to finally get you to pay me what the market says that he's worth? That I think the worst thing you can do in the NFL is give a good player a great contract. And I think the Chiefs just don't want to give that contract to him. I think he's going to get $115 million next week from somebody, and probably $70 million guaranteed. If you're the Chiefs, you've already taken advantage of that rookie contract, and now it's time for you to move on and then find the next Orlando Brown Jr.